Steps from the Sea, the Camden Opera House, a restored Victorian theater, has served Mid-Coast Maine since 1894. Before the pandemic, the Opera House had reinvented itself as a vibrant modern venue offering music, dance, film, theater, conferences, and more. As we wait to once again fill our 485 seats, we're keeping the spirit alive with no audience, free live-streamed events funded by your donations to our Community Arts Fund, found on our website. These events are archived and available on the Camden Opera House Facebook page and YouTube channel. And now, from our house to yours.
Welcome to the Camden Opera House. I'm Opera House Manager Dave Morrison. Tonight's soundcheck program, like all of our free live stream events, is supported by your donations to the Community Arts Fund. You can donate at camdenoperahouse.com, and if you have already, thank you so much for helping us to do this. Tonight's concert is sponsored by our friends at the Lord Camden Inn, who've been one of our most generous community partners. I want to thank Eric Anderson for helping us to bring world-class music to Camden. And finally, I want to thank the Opera House staff and volunteers, in particular, Juniper Purinton and Dagny Ernest, who between them do the work of about 6 people and make all of this possible. So tonight, the list of accolades, awards, and accomplishments for Erica Brown and Matt Shipman is, frankly, too long to get into here. They have performed all over North America, and whether they're playing in Josephine County or the Bluegrass Connection or Side by Each, you won't find better musicianship anywhere. So for this evening, please join me in welcoming Darlin Corey.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that.
Thank you for having us here tonight. Wow, what a thrill to be in a real live performance space.
Yes.
It has been quite a while.
Erica didn't even have to decorate tonight.
I know, I'm usually in charge of, so Matt and I have been doing a lot of live streams. For those of you who are seeing us for the first time, we've been doing a lot of live streams in our little studio space that we have created in our basement of our home. And yeah, so I try to mix up the set every show, and I try to decorate it differently. And it was really nice to just be able to sit in the green room tonight and not have to worry about decorating the stage.
It's a heck of a lot nicer than our basement, I'll tell
And
you that.
it's
This
a
is a
beautiful
beautiful
view,
old building.
yes.
We're really happy to be here, so thanks for having us. We're going to start with a song I wrote called The Evening Song. Let the daylight turn to evening. Let that old sun sink down. Let the daylight turn to evening. Let that old sun sink down. Well, I'm just sitting here waiting for that moon to come around. I got no cause enough to hurry. I got nowhere to make a dime. Got no cause enough to hurry. Got nowhere to make a dime. Well, I'm just sitting here thinking, so let that old sun take its time. sense in running round. Ain't no use in getting crazy. Ain't no sense in running round. And I'll just leave that to the other folks. They seem to be going somewhere anyhow. Let the daylight turn to evening. Let that old sun sink down. Let the daylight turn to evening. Let that old sun sink down. Well, I'm just sitting here waiting for that moon to come around. Hey, thanks very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys.
And thanks to all of you who are tuning in out there on Facebook tonight. We appreciate you being here with us.
Yes, and maybe eventually on YouTube too.
That's right.
Now we know how all this works. You probably all know how this works too now that we've been in this for a little while, and this is the way things are going for now. We're happy to have the opportunity to do this.
Absolutely.
We're gonna sing another song I wrote. I guess I get two.
You get two
All
in a
right,
row.
I get two in a row. She doesn't do that very often, but she's being generous to me.
Being generous.
This is a song. It's a very local song to us, and we live in Portland, and in Portland, Maine. And behind our house are some trails. I learned about the old C&O Canal that used to run kind of close to our house in that trail system, and all the way to Sebago Lake. And I did a little research on it. Thought it was an interesting story, especially the building of it and the immigrants that worked it, and how difficult it was to build and to even use, I guess. Anyways, I could go on. I did a lot of research, but we only have an hour, so I'll make it short. Anyways, after doing some research, I came across the story about these Irish immigrants that worked a lot of the canal. That was the most information I could find was about them. So that's what the song is about, and I hope you enjoy it. It's called the C&O Canal. It stands for the Cumberland and Oxford Canal, not to be confused with the Chesapeake and Ohio Canal. So a couple C&O canals on the East Coast, but this one's our local Maine one, which doesn't really exist. Part of it still does, but not much of it exists anymore, just ruins pretty much. But so hope you enjoy this one. My name is Cassidy from Blaney Town, and my story I'd like to tell about some hard work done long ago while building the C&O. Moving lumber, dry goods and logs, hogshead barrels, treacle and rum. Can't go by wagon, the road's too slow. So we're building the C&O. We work them all From horse beef to Dundee, from Gambo up to Hardin's, and the cotton factory, my boys and I. We were tighter than the tree nails, we worked harder than the day is long. Agents would never know we were working on the C&O. Built the locks, boys, we blasted rock. Picks and shovels, barrows and carts. We worked in the rain and sleet and snow while we're building the C&O. 34 by 18 wide, digging log pits and setting sides. We're moving earth and ballast stone while we're building the C&O. Those canal boats, champion flipjack, pulled by mules and horses on the old towpath from the coast all the way up to Songo. Tom and Abe pulled with all they had, 30-ton cargo. They were working on the C&O. Now Tom Mahoney, he met his end while working lock number 10. The hitch weight failed, the block came down. We had to dig him half out of the ground. And I'll tell you boys, it's a tough way to go. For $2 a day's the pay. Shanty towns to your home, the work is hard and the pay is low. So fare thee well, boys, I hear there's work on the new railroad. I ain't working on the C&O no more. I ain't working on the C&O. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
For sure.
All right, that's enough out of me. What do you got, Erica?
How about we do an old favorite? Yeah. It's an old Ian and Sylvia number from back in the 60s. And Ian Tyson wrote this beautiful song. And as I was growing up, the version, a lot of people have covered this beautiful song, but the version that I heard as I was growing up is from Susie Boggess. And so I've always loved this song, and we started doing it, and I think it's been probably 15 years of singing this song, and I just never get tired of it. And we've tried to sort of semi-retire it, and every time we tried to at intermissions, when we all, remember when we could all get together for shows and we'd like hang out at intermission for a minute? But we'd always get a request to do this one, even if it wasn't on the set list, so.
It haunts us, but
It does,
it'll
but
haunt
I'm
you too. I'm
glad.
sure you'll know it.
I'm glad it does. It's a beautiful song called Someday Soon. There's a young man that I know whose age is 21. He comes from down in southern Colorado, just out of the service. He's looking for his fun, and someday soon I'm going with him. Someday soon. My parents cannot stand him, 'cause he rides the rodeo. My father says that he will leave me crying. but I would follow him right down the roughest road I know. And someday soon, I'm going with him someday soon. When he comes to call, my boy, he ain't got a good word to say. I guess it's 'cause he was just as wild in his younger days. So blow, you old blue northern, blow my love to me. He's driving in tonight from California. He loves his damned old rodeo as much as he loves me. And someday soon, I'm going with him someday soon. To call, my boy, he ain't got a good word to say. I guess it's 'cause he was just as wild in his younger days. So blow, you old blue northern, blow my love to me. He's driving in tonight from California. He loves his damned old rodeo as much as he loves me. And someday soon, I'm going with him someday soon. Someday soon, I'm going with him someday soon.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Wow. So we haven't. There's a couple of things we haven't done in a while. We haven't heard ourselves coming out as speakers in a little while. Because when we do this live streaming in our studio, well, we can't. We just because technically can't do that. But it's fun to hear sounds, and it's fun to hear some clapping from the few people that are here. Thanks, guys. You're small, but you're mighty.
Matt and Dave. Cheerleading
and
for
Juniper
us out there
back there.
tonight. Yes.
And how about a big hand for Juniper all at home and here
much.
for all the amazing work she's done with all this. It's great.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Sound check was
Yeah.
a very smooth process.
This is called sound check, isn't it? It works out, isn't
Oh,
it?
that's true. I meant the earlier sound check, not the sound check.
Well, let's see. I'm going to do sort of a newer song I wrote this summer. And it's been a tough year, as we all know, in many different ways. And I needed some cheering up. And so I was in my backyard, and this idea came to me. And it was my way of cheering myself up, I guess, a little bit. And I hope maybe it does for you, too. Cheers you up, too, a little bit. A song of hope. And that's the vibe I was going for here. So hope you enjoy this one. It's called The Tallest Pine. Oh, little birdie, sitting on the tallest pine. I wonder if you'll sing to me if you've got the time, if you've got the time. Sing to me about hard times getting good again. Sing to me about how to let the light back in, let the light back in. And if I was a sparrow Sit up high upon a branch and lift my voice to sing, lift my voice to sing. We may be all like little birds scattered in the wind, but when we get together you can hear our voices sing, hear our voices sing. Now don't you go and be afraid to look sadness in the eye. It'll just go and blow away. The next breeze blows by, the next breeze blows by. 'Cause that old wind could show you just the way to go. And when it blows the right way, and then you will know, then you will know. And if I get a chance or two, I'll say a word for you. 'Cause life can often hit us hard. Will you say one for me too? Say one for me too. The road is hard this time, I hope we're near the end. You never know what's round the bend. Just catch that tailwind, catch that tailwind. Oh, little birdie, sitting on the tallest pine. I wonder if you'll sing to me if you've got the time, if you've got the time. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
That's Erica playing that lovely 5-string violin. It's got 5 strings. Maybe you can't
That's
see that at
all
home.
5 tonight. Yep.
Made by the
Made right here in Maine by Mr.
Wonderful
Don
Don
Roy. That's right. Don's an amazing fiddle maker, and he surprised me with this 5-string for my birthday a few years back. He had never made a 5-string before, and he was kind of curious about doing it, and so somehow Matt knew about this for a long time and never even
I'm not very good at keeping
led on
secrets,
to it, but
I must
think he
admit.
probably forgot about it, that's why.
Well,
Sort of.
maybe just for enough
Just
time
enough,
to
yeah.
not spill the beans.
Yeah. So he showed up with this beautiful fiddle one day, and I later found out it was my birthday present, which was really sweet. So I always enjoy playing this guy, or gal, whatever she may be, or he may be. Yeah. So we're going to move along here and sing a little love song for you all. And Townes Van Zandt song, right? Yep. Yeah. And it's called If I Needed You. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. Well, the night's forlorn and the morning's born, and the morning shines with the lights of love. And you'll miss sunrise if you close your eyes, and that would break my heart in two. And if I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? And if you needed me, I would come to you. I
I would swim the seas for to ease your pain.
Baby's with me now, since I've showed her how to lay her lily hand in mine. Who would ill agree? She's a sight to see, a treasure for the poor to find. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? And if you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Oh, that's another good song right there. Down there now.
All right. That was a Irish bouzouki is what I was playing there. Sometimes I get questions about that, and that's the predecessor? No, not the predecessor, the successor, I guess, of the Greek bouzouki. The Greek bouzouki is the predecessor of that. Yeah, it's a long story, but
Literally,
I'm just full of long
literally
stories.
a long story.
It is. But yeah, it's a cool instrument. It's basically a big mandolin tuned slightly differently. Really.
Yep. It's a good mix between a mandolin and a guitar.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Pretty prevalent in Irish traditional music, which is fun to play as well. This is another song I wrote. Yeah. This is a song that goes out to all the farmers and gardeners out there in Maine. It's a hard go in this climate, and I wrote this song with some friends of mine, especially this one older man that I used to sort of work for. I dabbled in that, learning about farming and gardening briefly, and for a little while, and just learned how hard it is, how hard work it is. So this goes to all you out there. It's called Timberline. Well, I'm getting older. Time is getting colder on this lonely heart of mine. 140 acres. How my back is aching, my fingers bent like those rusty tines. And I'm just working here out on the Timberline. But they said we couldn't work it. The land's too high and rocky, the snow's too deep, the sun it hardly shines. But after 30 years of farming, I knew there were some hard times, and I'll take this life over any I can find. And I'm just working here out on the Timberline. My wife and I, we worked the land till all the rows were filled, and seeds and plants wandered love and time. But now that she is gone, and I still linger on, untelling roads of sorrow in my mind. And I'm just working here out on the Timberline. While outside the wind is blowing across the rocky fields before me, weeds are growing like shadows in my mind. But I can't stop working, though my body's hurting. I'm praying for a helping hand in time. And I'm just working here out on the Timberline. Well, my prayers may be answered as I watch the family working the rows of crops that I could not sow. Will they reap the harvest that the land will offer? And maybe then we can turn a dime. And I'm just working here out on the Timberline. We're just working here out on the Timberline. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Well, we're going to send this next song out to all the venues like Camden Opera House who are finding ways to adapt as we go through this pandemic. And I think we see the light at the end of the tunnel here, so that's good news. But thank you for doing this, and thank you out there for all your support of musicians and venues during this time, because it's very important. We don't want to lose it here in Maine or anywhere. So this next song was written for a venue that we got married at, actually, and love the people there out in Brownfield, Maine, at the Stone Mountain Arts Center. I'm sure you're aware of it if you're a music fan. And after we got married there was so many thank yous to say. I don't know, it's hard to say it enough, so we decided to write a song. And so not only goes out to them, but it goes out to all the venues that are keeping things going like this, and live streams and whatnot. So thanks for your support, and keep on supporting these things, because it's really important. This one's called Lady of the Pines. I can only do one thing at a time, talk or tune.
Your cape over
Or
tune.
just I have a hard time. We'll get there.
Washboard, dirt, and potholes, old farmhouses and barns. Driving up the mountain road now feels like coming home to a family that I didn't know was mine. Their hearts are always open wide, Our Lady of the Pines. Though we may be worn down from this crazy life, we quickly turn to laughing with every funny line. Stranger, now you are a friend of mine. Tell you about your troubles, I'll tell you mine. Our Lady of the Pines. Highway for weary souls and travelers who may have lost their way. Curvy roads and fence posts as they climb. Don't worry now, you're on mountain time. See the wood smoke rising, your tires hit the dirt. Lucy's tails are wagging as she greets you from the porch. Friendly faces, whether rain or shine. Out of the big city, feeling fine. Our Lady of the Pines. A kind friend and a shoulder when you're feeling down. A warm place in the country when you're feeling all alone. A light in the darkness and the snow. When it feels the world is getting cold. Or maybe you're just feeling so damn old. Our Lady of the Pines. Our Lady of the Pines.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll say another big thank you to the Lord Camden Inn for being a sponsor. Matt and I are lucky enough to be able to stay there tonight and not have to drive home in the snow that apparently is coming tonight. And it was snowing on our way here today. And it's nice just to be able to get away from our house, as we love our home dearly, but it's nice to just get away for one night. We have not really been anywhere in quite some time, and so it feels like a nice little vacation, one-night vacation.
Little treat here in lovely Camden area.
But as we were checking in today, we bumped into a couple of couples, actually.
Everyone's
very
like
funny.
not going anywhere, right? Everyone's staying in Maine, so now we're seeing everybody we know. That's great.
So, but this one particular couple that we saw, Matt and I actually had the pleasure of playing for their wedding a few years back right here in Camden. And it was such a treat to bump into them. And so they said they were going to be tuning in tonight. So this one's for Rob and Katrina out there. This is a little love song for you guys. And for the rest of you lovebirds out there. Valentine's Day was just the other day, so we'll just keep that vibe going. But this is a beautiful Hazel Dickens song. She's no longer with us, but she was an amazing songwriter and left us with so many beautiful songs to sing. And we actually do several of them, but we're going to do this one for you tonight, and we hope you like it. It's called My Heart's Own Love. I was walking along life's highway, lost and lonely as I could be, hoping for my own true lover, one I thought I would never see. Just when I thought I'd never know love, just when my dreams all fell apart, I looked up from the deepening shadows. You were standing next to my heart. Bless your heart, you are my darling. Bless your soul, you are the one. Bless the fate that brought you to me. At last I found my heart's own love. Sometimes we wander like lonely pilgrims, like old soldiers who long for home. Soaring when our journey's ended, we find the sweetest peace we've known. Just when I thought I'd never know love, just when my dreams all fell apart, I looked up from the deepening shadows. standing next to my heart. Bless your heart, you are my darling. Bless your soul, you are the one. Bless the fate that brought you to me. At last I found my heart's own love. Bless your heart, you are my darling. Bless your soul, you are the one. Bless the fate that brought you to me. At last I found my heart's own love. At last I found my heart's own love. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, no kidding.
Really
We
appreciate that.
ran into not only them, but somebody else. And it's
Rick
funny.
and Linda, yeah.
Rick and Linda, who are at least around here, if not out there on the internet. But yeah, recognizing people with masks on is a whole nother
It's a
level.
whole other skill, right?
Yeah. People are getting pretty good at it, I've noticed. The eyes. I saw somebody else the other day. I was like, I know those eyes. I know those eyes. I know those glasses.
Yep.
What are we doing? Oh, yeah.
We're gonna do,
Besides tune.
am I reading this right? Cider Gal? Are we doing Cider Gal next? Okay.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. We're going to do a mandolin fiddle duet here. It's kind of fun for us, and I hope it's fun for you, too. Hope it's as fun for us as it is for you. This is a tune I wrote, and I've written a bunch of songs with words, over the years, but I don't usually write tunes, like fiddle-style tunes, but this is one that kind of popped out of the mandolin at me, and I couldn't put it back in, so here it is. And we'll attempt to play it in tune, although it is difficult on these instruments.
Sure is.
Here we go. It's called Cider Gal. Thank you. Yeah.
Should we? Would we? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna
Thank
go
you so
back to
much.
guitar. Give me 1 second.
There's a lot of moving parts here in Darlin, Corey, so, I'm glad there's not a lot of people here. Wear your safety
We were
goggles.
walking down the sidewalk to get here, and I'm sure people were like, "What kind of circus is this?" We have
We managed to put
all
everything.
kinds of instruments and
You know,
bags
over the years, you learn how to travel. Travel lightly with many things.
oh boy, it's hard
You
for
know?
us to travel lightly.
Yeah, efficiently, I guess, is more the
Yeah,
word I'm looking for.
yeah.
Straps and bags and, you know, this can be carried with that
Oh,
and
boy.
backwards from this. And
Yep.
anyways, you know how it is.
So, Darlin Corey here. We have one lone CD out. We should maybe work on that this winter. Maybe we can
Yeah.
take advantage of this quiet time in our lives and get another record out. This is a song that we have recorded on that album. And you can find that album if you're interested on our website. It's darlincorey.com. And this is a Nancy Griffith song, and it's called I Wish It Would Rain. Oh, wish it would rain and wash my face clean. I wanna find some dark cloud to hide it in here. Love in a memory sparkles like diamonds. When the diamonds fall, they burn like tears. When the diamonds fall, they burn like tears. Once I had a love from the Georgia pines who only cared for me. I'm gonna find that love of 22 here at 33. I got a heart on my right and one on my left. Neither suits my needs. Oh, the one I love is way out west, and he never will need me. And I wish it would rain and wash my face clean. I wanna find some dark cloud to hide it in here. Love in a memory sparkles like diamonds. When the diamonds fall, they burn like tears. When the diamonds fall, they burn like tears. I'm gonna pack up my two-stepping shoes and head for the Gulf Coast plains. I'm gonna walk the streets in my hometown where everybody knows my name. I'm gonna ride the waves down the Galveston when the hurricanes roll in. Oh, the Gulf Coast water tastes sweet as wine when your heart's rolling home in the wind. And I wish it would rain and wash my face clean. I wanna find some dark cloud to hide it in here. Love in a memory sparkles like diamonds. When the diamonds fall, they burn like tears. When the diamonds fall, they burn like tears. When the diamonds fall, they burn like tears. Thank you so very much. Appreciate that.
Well, those of you familiar with traditional styles of music, old-timey bluegrassy type stuff, you might recognize the name Darlin Corey. It's a song.
Sure is.
It's not only the name of our duo, it's been done in many different ways, but not all often with a bouzouki. So we're going to put our own little spin on it here. Yeah, consequently, bouzouki means out of tune in Greek, loosely translated. So sorry about this. It's just the way it is with these things.
We tune because we care, right?
That's true. But yeah, we recorded this on our album too.
Sure did.
And it's fun to play. And it goes like this.
dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay Darlin Corey down. The last time I saw Darlin Corey, she was sitting on the banks of the sea, with a 44 all around her and a banjo on her knee. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay Darlin Corey down. Wake up, Darlin Corey, what makes you sleep so sound? Those revenue men are coming, they're gonna tear our still house down. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay Darlin Corey down. Go away, Darlin Corey, quit hanging around my bed. Your liquor has ruined my body, pretty women gone to my head. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, I'm gonna lay Darlin Corey down. Can you hear them bluebirds singing? Can you hear that mournful sound? They're preaching Darlin Corey's funeral in some lonesome graveyard ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay Darlin Corey down. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground. Dig a hole in the meadow, gonna lay Darlin Corey down. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Well, we have time for about one more tune here, but before we do that, we'll just say another huge thank you to Juniper up there for doing an amazing job with the sound here tonight, and for you guys out there doing a great job with the video as well. And to Dave, thank you so much for inviting us to be here.
It's been really fun.
It's been a blast, and we're so glad that Mother Nature cooperated so that we could get here tonight.
Yeah, I saw that snowstorm. I was like, uh-oh. But it
I
wasn't too
know.
bad today. It just, kind of, the sun was barely out, but it melted when it hit the ground. It's like,
Somehow we escaped
must be
the
February.
accumulation. And for those of you out there who aren't super familiar with us, you can check us out on our website, darlincorey.com. We have a Facebook page. We also have a YouTube channel, and if you like what you heard tonight and you want to catch us again sometime, we do these pretty regularly, these live stream concerts from like our studio space in our basement that we created when this pandemic hit, and knew we needed to find a creative way to keep making music for you guys.
Erica bought this camera right before this whole thing. It was supposed to be to take pictures with, a nice, photography camera, but also is a video camera, as it turns out. So
really
that was
good
a
for
good
streaming.
job, Erica. That was a clutch move there.
Right. I'd like to say I knew it was coming, but
Yeah, right.
I don't think anyone could ever dream this was coming.
Also, this obviously this is on Facebook. I think this will later be on YouTube on
Yes,
Camden Opera House's
House
YouTube
YouTube,
channel.
yep.
So be sure to subscribe to that. And I know this whole subscription thing, this whole thing is new to a lot of people. I know I had a learning curve. I think I was using my YouTube channel more like a MySpace page before I, really realized what was going on. I'm like, oh, you're supposed to do that? Oh, okay. So we're all learning here, but subscriptions to the YouTube channel, anyone's YouTube channel, really help, and I'm sure they would appreciate that, and so would we. So it's not that intrusive. You get a little, red thing that comes up in your YouTube account every while, like ding, we dropped a new video.
So is gonna
So yeah, it's
gonna
not
go
like,
live or did go live.
it's not like anyone calls you or anything. So
It's not super
don't worry.
obnoxious. No. But we do these live streams with the other bands that Dave was mentioning in the introduction, Side by Each, which is a French-Canadian quartet with Don Roy and his wife Cindy, built my fiddle here. And then we play in a four-piece called Josephine County, a little bit of an Irish spin there. And we'll be doing a St. Patrick's Day online concert with them. And then I also have a five-piece band called Erica Brown and the Bluegrass Connection, and we do live streams with those guys too occasionally. So go to our website, we post all of the dates on there, and if you look up any of those bands that I mentioned, they will pop up on some form or other, Facebook, website, whatever. So please stay in touch, and we aren't able to see your comments as we're performing tonight, but when we get back to our room tonight, we always love going through the comments at the end of our live streams. So be sure to say hello and let us know where you're watching from. And thank you guys so much for being here with us this evening.
Yes, it's been really fun. So
And we're going to leave you with a couple of reels here. I grew up playing a lot of French-Canadian music, and I was lucky enough to learn from the great Don Roy. And these are a couple of tunes that he taught me. And the first one is called You Married My Daughter, and Yet You Didn't. And then the second tune is called Mason's Apron.
thanks again, everybody. Appreciate you being here. so much. Thanks, Dave and Juniper and everybody here at the
Thank
Camden
you,
Opera
guys.
House. Go to that link and support the Camden Opera House.
Absolutely.
And we all need your support right now. We really appreciate that. So
Yes.
thank you so much. And hope to see you again on the
We
internet
will.
and maybe in person too someday
Yes.
soon. Thanks
Stay
a lot.
healthy, everybody. We'll see you next time.